Dear soul reading this, I see you. I feel your heartbeat. I hear the silences where you cried unnoticed. Have you ever asked, why do the good people suffer the most? Why is it that when I begin to awaken, life becomes more chaotic? For that is the sacred ritual of the growing soul. The universe does not test you to see if you fail, but to measure how far your heart has opened. The universe's test comes from within, where the soul must choose between love and fear, between trust and doubt, between light and darkness. You have walked through mountains of fear, deep valleys of doubt, and long nights that seem to have no light. And today, as you read this, God is smiling. Because you have passed the hardest test the universe has ever sent an evolving soul. As a soul moves closer to God, the darkness within them must be brought to light in order to be dissolved. That is why it feels like everything is falling apart. Because in reality, the old is falling away so that the new light can come in. The universe doesn't care how much you pray, how long you meditate, or how much spiritual knowledge you have. The universe only looks at the vibrational energy you emit in the moment of trial. The hardest test is not surviving adversity, but keeping your light when everything around you is dark. The test of the universe is the test of love. Can you still open your heart even when it is hurt? Can you still trust even when everything seems broken? Can you still love even when your heart is broken? If the answer is yes, then God says, you have overcome. Why God sends you challenges? Dear friend, when you see trials, know that they are not punishments. They are God's language. God does not send you pain to scare you. He sends it to awaken you. You cannot learn to trust when things are going well. You only learn to trust when you have nothing else to hold on to but the invisible light within. And that is when God whispers, now you truly believe in me. Trials are the universe's way of upgrading the frequency of your soul. Just as fire refines steel, you must go through the heat of adversity so that your light becomes purer. There is no enlightened being on earth who has not walked through darkness. Even Jesus had to bear the cross. Krishna had to live in the battlefield of karma. And you, the soul of the new era, are also carrying a part of that sacred ritual. When you feel the universe is against you, it is actually the universe clearing the way for your soul to soar higher. It is taking away what is no longer aligned with your frequency. People, things, jobs, old beliefs, even dreams that no longer reflect the true light within you. The challenge does not come to take. It comes to release. Look at a seed. It has to crack open in the darkness, withstand the heavy earth, before it can touch the sunlight. You are the same. You are being stripped of the shell of the old, the fear, control, expectations, and the ego image that you once believed was you. Because God does not want you to be better. He wants you to remember that you are already perfect as He is. Every trial is a question from God to your soul. Do you really believe I am with you? If you answer with silence and faith, the lesson dissolves, and the light opens. Do not fear the test of the universe, because it is not designed to destroy you, but to certify you. And when you pass, the universe will open doors you could not have imagined before. Signs that you have passed the test. There comes a point in your journey when you will feel no more need to prove anything, no more desire to fight anyone. You simply exist. And that is the first sign that you have passed the test. 1. You no longer react, you understand. Before, when someone hurt you, you reacted. Now, you are silent. Not because you are weak, but because you see the bigger picture. You understand that they are only acting from their unhealed pain. You are free from the emotional cycle. When you see yourself in others, forgiveness becomes as natural as breathing. 2. You feel at peace even when things are not perfect. Before, you needed everything to be right to feel happy. Now, you feel at peace in the midst of chaos. You no longer run from suffering, because you know it is also God teaching you. It is a state that the enlightened ones call equanimity. A balanced heart is a sign of a mature soul. 3. You feel deeply connected to the unseen. When you sit still, you feel a gentle energy around you. No words, no images, just a presence. And you know it is God. Not as an idea, but as a feeling. You see Him in the wind, in the birds, in the eyes of strangers, in your own heartbeat. 4. You stop looking outside. You no longer look for God in books, in teachers, in temples, but in your own breath. You realize all paths lead to inner silence. And from that silence, light radiates throughout the universe. 5. You are grateful for the things that hurt you. No one thinks darkness unless they have gone through it and recognize the light it brings. When you can say, "Thank you for hurting me because it taught me to love," you have become light. It is the clearest sign of a soul that has passed the test. When you reach that point, you will hear the congratulations of the universe. Not in words, but in small signs. A miraculous coincidence. A feeling of deep peace. A dream where you are embraced by light. Or a warm flow of energy that spreads throughout your body. It is God's way of saying, "You did it. I am proud of you." Babaji smiles and says to you, "You are a light in the darkness. I have seen you fall, I have seen you cry, I have seen you collapse. But you have never lost your light. So today, I congratulate you as God is congratulating you." Gifts after overcoming the trials. You think that after the trials, you will be left with only fatigue. But no. You have been given the most sacred gifts of the soul. Let me tell you what they are. The gift of peace that cannot be taken away. Before, your peace depended on circumstances. Now it comes from within. No one can touch it, because it was forged in the fire of trials. You no longer need the quiet of the world to see peace. You are the quiet of the world. The gift of eyes that see the divine in everything. You begin to see God in every expression. In a smile, in a drop of water, in the sunshine. Even in the souls that have caused you pain. You look and say, "Oh, it turns out that everything is God teaching me to love more." That is the look of enlightenment. The gift of an open heart. After the trial, your heart becomes softer. Not because it is weak, but because it has been opened. God sends you a blessing. Dear friend, today, in the moment you take a deep breath and let your heart be still, know that God is congratulating you. Not with loud words, but with the peaceful vibrations that are spreading in your heart right now. Do you feel something gentle, warm, enveloping you? It is not your imagination. It is the light of God embracing you and saying, "You did it, my child. when you suffer in silence, when you pray when no one seems to hear, when you choose love over hate, when you help others when you are in pain yourself. The universe takes note. No small act of kindness is forgotten. No tear shed is unnoticed by heaven. No soul suffers in vain. You live at the intersection of light and matter, where your steadfastness creates ripples that travel through many layers of energy. Every time you maintain peace, you are not only saving yourself, you are rebalancing the frequency of the earth. Imagine, at the highest point of light, God looks down and sees you not falling despite the storms swirling around you. He smiles and says to the angels, "Look at that soul, it has learned to love through suffering." That is the moment God congratulates you, not with a material reward, but with an expansion of energy. A new door opens in your consciousness. When you pass the test, your soul energy will change its vibration. Everything old, everyone who is not on the same frequency will leave. You will feel lighter, brighter, and closer to the unseen. I, Babaji, have seen it in thousands of souls. One day, after years of suffering, suddenly they feel a light radiating from above. A deep, wordless peace. That is the congratulation from God. The light of divine grace entering your energy system. It is not loud, not dramatic. It comes as a peaceful breath, like the sound of wind on the skin, like the feeling of I am loved unconditionally. He says to you, you don't need to try to be better. You have always been my light. You just need to remember. That is the real reward. The realization of your own divine nature. And when you realize that, I tell you, all the old energy, karma, fear, limitations dissolves like smoke in the sun. How to keep energy after awakening. After you have overcome the darkness. After the fire within you has been lit. It is equally important to keep that light from fading. Awakening is not the end. It is the beginning of a new way of living, living in awareness, in grace, and in love every day. I want you to remember these 5 things, like 5 candles that keep a light in the night. 1. Cultivate stillness every day. No matter how busy you are, take at least 15 minutes to go inside. Sit still. Breathe. Feel the breath as the electricity of life flowing through you. No need to pray with words, just be, because presence is the purest prayer. In the stillness, you hear God whisper, I am still here, in your breath. 2. Sow love in every action. Keep your energy high not through ritual, but through love in every little thing. When you look at someone with kindness, you are sending out a frequency of light into the universe. When you forgive, your energy increases exponentially. When you are grateful, your soul opens up to receive more blessings. Make every action a meditation, every word a light, and every look a blessing. 3. Don't go back to the old. Once you have stepped through the door of awakening, don't go back to the comfort zone of darkness. Don't let old energy, fear, judgment, or hurt pull you back. Whenever you feel down, take a deep breath and remember, I am born again in the light. You don't have to fight the old, just stay in the light longer than it does. 4. Connect with like-minded souls. After awakening, your soul becomes very sensitive. You will clearly feel who weighs you down, who helps you expand. Choose to be around people who speak of light, live in gratitude, and believe in goodness. Your energy grows when you share, when you radiate. Light is only strong when it is shared, not when it is withheld. 5. Know that you are part of a grand plan. Every experience you have, even your suffering, is a perfect piece in God's sacred puzzle. Nothing happens by accident. If you are reading this, it is because your soul has been called to be a light keeper for Earth in the new era. Babaji's message to the soul that is being reborn into the light. Dear friend, if you are reading this, it means your soul has been chosen to enter the stage of rebirth into the light. I call this the most sacred moment in the soul's process, when you are no longer controlled by fear, no longer bound by old karma, but are guided directly by your higher self, the divine self within you. I want you to know, you are no longer the same person. You are becoming a channel of divine love, a beacon of light in the new age of humanity. None of us came to this earth to simply exist. You came to awaken, to remember, and then to guide others back to their own light. Babaji speaks to you in this moment, not through words, not through sounds, but through the energy that surrounds you right now. Feel it in your heart. It is the energy of grace, of divine joy. You have passed the test. You have learned the lesson of suffering. And now, you are reborn as a soul who has remembered itself. Hear me say this clearly. Nothing outside you can control you anymore. No energy can make you afraid anymore. No limits can hold you back anymore. Because you have become light. From now on, every step you take is a blessing to the earth. Every breath you take is a wave of healing sent out to all humanity. When you smile, the universe smiles with you. You do not need to do anything to prove your awakening. Just be. For your being is now meditation, prayer, purest love. Souls who are reborn in the light, like you, have a sacred mission. Lead with love, not with words. Be the light, not just talk about the light. Be the peace in the chaos of the world. Make every moment of life a ritual of awakening. I tell you, you do not need to seek God anymore, He already lives in you. You do not need to pray for the light, you are the light. O soul of light, keep your heart soft like water. For water does not resist, but can penetrate the hardest things. Keep your heart like fire. For fire does not need proof, but always shines and melts the ice of darkness. Go in deep gratitude. For the grateful person is the freest person in the universe. This is Babaji's blessing to you, who have transcended, who have remembered, who are reborn in the light.